We're gonna do a segment with just Ace today. Talk about like crypto and other things, and money and whatnot. But we're just rolling up a split. I actually haven't smoked in a very, 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 very long time, so I'm probably gonna be fucking stupid high. So let's. Oh, it's so weird watching yourself. It's like.
Am I good?
Yeah.
My check's good. We're good.
Yeah. Let's pack it and then we'll start smoking and then we'll go from there.
We're allowed to smoke on TV.
Yeah. You're allowed to, right? Yeah. I don't see no problem with that. There's no rules against that.
True.
They can't stop that, can they?
Just don't mention it.
No, it's just tobacco. Don't worry. We're just smoking tobacco. Oh wait, weed is legalized.
Yeah, that's so we're old school.
A club called what?
Time nightclub.
Time. And what's it called now?
This doesn't exist. They shut down too many shootings.
But do you remember the nightclub Her?
Oh yeah, her. Yeah, that was on the same exact.
So what was?
Shut it down.
You probably knew about that shit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
My ex actually worked there. She's a water service girl.
So explain like what exactly, because like we lived actually like down the street from her, and so like we would drive by all the time, and every Friday and Saturday night. What's crazy about it is it's down the street, literally across the street from the police station. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
And every week, like we would see it just packed, and that area, that club in general was never a popping like area. Like every time there would,
Yeah, it was 108 before. It was.
it was like body English. There would always be clubs and strip clubs, and they would just come in and they would shut down. They come in and shut down. It would never be consistent. But that was the only.
It's a horrible area to have a club.
But why did Her do so successful? Like why was that?
Oh well, because they brought that. So in Miami, there's a club called 11.
Yeah.
There's a strip club called. It's quite illustrious. It's a very good club.
Yeah.
But they literally found the way to mimic that, right? So it's the reason Her did so successful because it was like a strip club, but it was like a club as well.
Yeah.
Like in 11. So in 11, you go there, get bottles, party, have a good time.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you know, you have strippers dancing in your booth. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's not your conventional type of strip club, right? It's not like you're going in and you're sitting there by yourself like a loser at Pervert's Row watching girls, you know what I mean, on the stage, right? It was more of like an interactive thing. Like, you know what I mean? You come in, you exchange your cash for dollars.
Interesting. So that nightclub, why did it have so many fucking shootings?
Because it just brought the wrong crowd, man. I mean, anytime you get a crowd like that diverse, you're always going to run into problems, right? And that's the thing too with strip clubs.
Yeah.
Look at the Sundowner. You know how many they can't even afford their insurance anymore. Like they have so many shootings at the Sundowner that they can't even afford. They can't afford to, like, for the longest time they're actually they're gonna shut down because their insurance is like $1 million a year, bro.
Wow.
It's insane.
Too bad. Too bad for Lucky.
So yeah, it's pretty. It gets pretty crazy.
Yeah. And so that nightclub shut down because they couldn't get the insurance anymore, right? Because there was too many shootings.
Exactly, and if you can't get insured, you can't legally serve booze. You can't do any of that stuff, right? So you can't operate. So
What's it called now?
I don't even know what it's called. Like I don't think there's anything replaced it yet.
Yeah.
There's nothing there because, like you said, there were so many clubs that came and went. I remember it was 108 at one time.
I remember 108. Yeah.
Way back in the day,
I remember
right?
I remember seeing
And
108.
there was just so many different places, but that was the first time ever that a strip club actually came in there, and it lasted a while, you know.
Yeah.
So
So what do you see like do you see clubs being like, okay, so I actually very curious, the girl that was mentioning about that guy John that owns all the strip clubs in Mississauga,
yeah, the little
right?
Asian guy.
The Asian guy, like,
Yeah.
So like what exactly is it with him that like the late, because that clip actually has, it's shared amongst all the strippers and escorts in the city. Like it's all organic too, like 600-700 shares, and it's all these girls are sharing it, and they seem like they hate him, but I just don't understand why they hate the guy if they're offering the services themselves.
The best way I could put it, I mean, just knowing so many girls in the industry, yeah, John was a bit of a pervert.
Oh, so he fucked the girls?
Yeah, it was almost like a mandatory thing. Like he didn't get to fuck all of them, but the ones that he did, ones that he did get to fuck, had an easy ride. They didn't really. I mean, because in the strip club game, there's a lot of things like you get fined for doing certain things. If you get cut, you get caught sucking and fucking in the back. That's you lose your job kind of thing. That's case for dismissal.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of rules and regulations inside that underground realm, and John kind of took it on himself and kind of made himself mayor. Because I mean, he did own 4 of the clubs, right? So he'd make the girls do things that weren't necessarily likable by the girls. So he's a G. Man, I always respected John, man. As from one man to the next.
Wouldn't every guy do that though?
That's what I'm saying. I respected him. Yeah. The girls hated him, but I respected him.
And he's like a little Asian guy.
Yeah, the tiny little dude. Yeah,
and he's fucking all these fucking hot ass like Atlanta strippers because they have some pretty hot girls.
Yeah, there's some nice ones out there.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. So is he like the one that owns all the strip clubs in Mississauga?
Yeah, he owns all 4.
Those are the later.
Oh, sorry.
So he owns all 4. And which ones are they?
So you have Cafe, you have Midway Invader.
Okay.
You have $1 Million Strip Club, and you have Locomotion. So those are the 4 clubs that he owns. Thank you, sir.
And he's how old do you think?
John, he's an old guy. He's like in his 60s now.
Oh, some Hugh Hefner shit.
Yeah. He doesn't play around.
Fine. So is Mississauga known?
You have your strip clubs as well, but it's
Zanzibar.
It's nothing like Toronto has some clubs, but they're actually more prestigious, right? Like
so, it's not like
it's not like Mississauga is known for the place to go to just get it on. Like if you wanna fuck a girl in the back for $100, like I mean, that Mississauga, like that's the thing. John's clubs was known for that. Like if you wanna go see some like high end top escorts, then you're not gonna go to John's clubs. But if you just wanted to get your dick sucked for $60 and keep it moving, then you go to one of John's clubs. Right?
What's the point of getting okay? But here's the thing. Like, here's my question on this. If you go to the strip clubs, right?
Yeah.
Why go to a strip club to get sex when you can just get with the escort and have sex, have a more comfortable setting? No, you don't have a dude looking on your right side, watching your fucking little dick. Like, well, I just don't understand why. And also, like, I'm sure the services are not that great. To be like,
well, I wouldn't know. I've never been in the back of any of these fine establishments, but just like I said, being in the industry and actually knowing so many girls in there. I would think that the guys, you got to remember, the guys that go to strip clubs that don't go to escorts, first of all, they either they don't have that kind of capital. They don't have fucking $5,000 for a proper escort.
No, you don't need $5,000
for the top ones. Yeah, like $3,000 to $5,000, and that was back then. So really? I know some girls. Yeah, I know some girls that are charging $10,000 a fuck, bro.
But I've seen like
there's good ones out there. But I'm talking about like if you want the full girlfriend experience, bro, like you're not getting that for less than $3,000.
Because based on what like I've heard, you only need $500 to get like an 8 out of 10 type of escort and get everything you want. No,
you don't, bro. Trust me. I'll tell you right now.
For half hour, I think.
For $500, half hour, like you'll get a good girl. Fuck, you can get a good girl for like $200.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? But like you're not. It's not comparable. It's
like a Victoria's Secret model type of shit.
Yeah, like I'm talking about like, bro. Like I've seen some things.
I don't know if I would have want. I don't know if I would want to do
and
that.
And not just the Victoria's Secret model. You're getting, again, it's called the GFE
or PSC.
Like you're getting the full experience. Like and a lot of these perverts, they don't want to use condoms. They don't want to. They want you to fucking lick their ass. Like they want you to do a lot of fucking shit. These are sickos. These tricks are sick. Like these are sick people. They need help.
So, but here's the thing. Like okay, would you want to bang Victoria's Secret models so often that when you go to the civilians, you're like, fuck, I can't even like it just ruins it for you, doesn't it?
What do you mean?
So let's say that you're banging all these like top escorts that look like Victoria's Secret models, right?
Yeah.
So my question is that eventually you have to go back to the civilians. You have to go back in the real world, right?
Yeah.
And if you're not good looking, but you're rich, but you're banging all these like hot escorts, like isn't it kind of like ruining it for yourself?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
Like, imagine going from like driving like Ferraris and Lamborghinis, and you have to go back to like a Honda Civic, right?
yeah, no, it definitely it would be troubling. It would be troubling definitely to get used to that. But it's like this is the same thing. Like you just have to if you're a fucking like Victoria's Secret models, you're not gonna want to go back to sliced bread, right?
So wait, these guys will fuck without a condom,
Yeah,
and the girls are down for it.
but that's what I'm saying. But you're not getting that. I mean, there's the thing. You have this is the one thing I gotta tell you, Sim. In the strip club world, there's the low rent motherfuckers, and there's the top of the cream of the crop, right? So you have the bottom of the shelf girls that you can literally get anything. Like, and that's again, this is where John comes in. He was the facilitator of the trashiest whores in the city. Right?
Yeah.
Like the trashiest. Believe me. I
But
know.
the girls are very known to be very hot in
Oh no,
Atlanta.
they're hot. Again, there's hot, there's classy hot, and there's trashy hot. You know the difference, right?
What do you like more, classy or hot, trashy?
I like a mix of between.
I like a mix of both.
Yeah, I like a mix of both. I like the hey, no shame to the trashy whores out there. We love you all.
Yeah, what were you saying?
Yeah, so he was like facilitating that shit. So like you could go to fucking strip club and get your dick wet for like a low. Like I'm talking about like, and some of the other girls in there, you get some fights a lot of times, like girls fighting because like, oh, you suck this dick for $60, you whore, and it's just like you know what I mean, like some of the girls that are actually trying to keep the monetary value high, right? So there's a little bit of ethics in there as well. Girls that actually they found out, let's say from one of their tricks, you sucked. They're like, you as the girl, the new girl coming in trying to, lowball. Because if you remember, it's a business at the end of the day. So if you're charging $150 for a blowjob for 2 seconds, 5 minutes, and this girl is charging 60, like she's lowballing you. She's fucking up the business at the end of the day. So a lot of girls would get beat the fuck. I've seen some crazy fights, man.
The owner of the strip club only makes money off the drinks, though. He doesn't make money off the girls offering. And I think
he makes money on everything, bro. He makes money on people coming in. He's making money off the drinks. He's making money off the girls as well.
But like, is he making money off like? So if they suck dick and like fuck, he gets a cut of that?
Oh no, not that.
Yeah.
He's not making like on there because
like a pole dancing fee.
Yeah, so the stage fee, the DJ fee, whatever. Yeah, that's what the house collects. But besides that, like once you're in there in the back, you make your price, right?
Interesting.
Yeah,
it's a little interesting how like, but okay, so a lot of the girls that are at the strip club, they're also probably pimped out too, no? Yeah, they're probably pimped out
for the most part. Yeah.
Yeah. So like. Technically, so with a girl's mindset, especially in living in Canada, like I can understand the States, but if you're in Canada, like, don't you think you're kind of protected from like, do you think you even need a pimp?
I think it's a necessary evil, yeah, because it depends on how you look at a pimp, right? I mean, a pimp is typically a guy that a good pimp,
Yeah.
And if we go down to like. A good example, like Iceberg Slim. He was like a world famous. He wrote a book about pimping. Yeah. Right. So like a good pimp is actually there to educate, navigate, and to actually guide the girls through this filthy little wreckage of an underworld. Because like it's a completely different world. The strip game and the pimp game exists in a world outside of ours, right? So a good pimp will actually facilitate everything the girl needs, security, taking care of her, educator, because I mean a lot of these the smartest peas in the pod, right? Yeah. So like literally terraforming their minds and their bodies to actually make them understand that the success comes in many different ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what a good pimp does. So I think it's absolutely necessary, yes.
But what's so if like, why can't the girl just not have a pimp? Because here's the thing, here's my mindset is, if a guy is actually gonna go and beat a girl, let's say if she's doing escort, do you really think it makes sense for the pimp to go into the house, like risk his life, risk his like getting a charge, all that shit, get caught by the police? Like what can a pimp really do in that situation?
The pimp does it all, bro. Like, and they do risk their life.
Really?
They do risk their life. Okay. Like you're not making $100,000. For just like being there, being the cute guy, you know what I mean? You're making sizable amount of capital. Yeah. You got to do it all, like, buddy. I'm telling you, like, pimps come up in the John's Club especially and literally grab the girls off stage by the hair and bring them out. You're done. That's it, because of some sort of other shit that they've done. I mean, I wouldn't know, right? Yeah. But like when they don't care about the consequences, because most of the times they don't really pay the consequences. The girl, as long as the girl doesn't press charges or says something, like there's no consequence, right? They get off with, they get away with it with impunity. You know what I mean?
But you see a lot of human trafficking like occurring though.
There's a lot of like guys. I mean, there's a variety and there's a variety of pimps and how they operate and shit. And like there's a gorilla pimps, there's a regular pimp, there's a lover boy pimp. Like there's a lot.
Andrew Tate lover pimp.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. So, but I think it's an interesting field for sure. It's definitely a way to see human behavior at its most.
I feel like pimps should like kind of evolve in a sense where like I think they should like probably do like OnlyFans, like manage girls OnlyFans.
Yeah,
Because I think that probably makes more money, right? Because like I know a lot of like there was a girl off the podcast that was saying that like she has a OnlyFans, but she only has it in Israel, right?
Yes. I
remember. And she was saying how basically she would get paid from the agency. Like they'll pay her like 60 or 70%, and the agency will take 30-40%. But she said that her first month she made like 16 grand. And it's only in Israel. And all you need, I think, she told me how. Like I asked her, I'm like, how many subscribers do you have? And she said about 1,200, which is actually not that much, but it is a lot because I think she charges about like what $20, and then all the extras that you do inside the chats.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think it makes more sense to girls, kind of like what Andrew Tate did with the webcam stuff. Yeah. But you get charged for that shit now, right?
Of course, you get charged for everything, man. So. I stay out of that stuff. You know, there's better ways to make money in the real grander scheme of things. There's a lot better ways to make money and make a living. So
let me ask you a question now with cash, right? Because we were talking about this earlier. Okay, so where do you see cash? Like you saying crypto's taking over? When do you see cash literally stopping? Like no more printing of money.
Yeah, I mean the printing of money is gonna come to a crashing halt really, really soon. I think we'll see the end of the dollar. And again, literally, I give it a decade tops.
So you think it's 2034?
Yeah, I think 2034 is the end of the dollar, if not sooner. And I'm just being very conservative with my it's facts. See, I drew a timeline from when the big problems finally started happening, and it goes right back to 1971. I feel like if we had the ability to get Doc and Marty and the DeLorean and go back, bro, like I think that would be the year I'll go back. 1971. When Nixon announced that he's taking the dollar off, he's not pegging the gold standard with the dollar and blah, blah, blah. And literally, 33 years or 34 years later, we had 2008. Do the math. Like it's from that year to like 2008, the biggest financial crisis on earth. That was because of people getting greedy and governments printing money to oblivion, right? So and look at this, and that was 2008. Now what happened in what was the big collapse of the most recent three banks that collapsed? Silicon Valley, I think Bank of America, and that was just 2 years ago. So like the window's getting smaller and smaller. You know what I mean? If you understand, like you had 33 years for the big one to happen in 2008, and then you had
Sorry. But then she said, but her first comment was, "I'm excited to join the podcast on one of your episodes." Then she said, "The conversation is disgusting." Hey
man, listen. Some of the toughest topics are disgusting, but somebody's got to talk about it.
Okay, sorry, I was going to ask you. Okay, so if cryptocurrency is the way of the future, then where do you see, like, what will the dollar be backed by? Like, what will currency be backed by? Because right now, the dollar is backed by the military, right?
Yes.
So what exactly is going to change then? How will that work?
Well, what do you mean, like for what we use as a payment system?
So if you're saying the dollar is going to be gone, right?
Yeah.
What will be backed by the new currency?
But that's the whole point. That's the whole point. There will be nothing, bro. Like I'm talking about a complete cataclysmic event
of capitalism.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Anarchy, basically.
Because think about it. I mean, I don't know if it'll be anarchy, but it'll definitely be somewhere. Like I said, cataclysmic. It'll be the biggest financial collapse. Because think about it. What do they use? I'm good. Let's use one example. Like we live on a big blue ball, right? So let's use one example. Africa. Let's just use Africa, right? One of the greatest continents, right? Now, some countries in Africa, a lot of countries, what is their currency? Do they use the dollar? Yeah. Do they use in Venezuela? Do they use the dollar? They used to, but guess what? they overprinted, they debased the money, they kept overprinting, they kept the inflation out of control, and now Venezuela doesn't even have a currency, bro.
Yeah,
their currency got debased to zero. In Nigeria and certain places in Africa, these guys use cell phone minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's their currency. Real live 2024. But like they use cell phone minutes. So it's not like it's a crazy idea. Like I'm dreaming this up in my basement. This is already happening, and we're seeing cases all over in Turkey. I can name you a list of countries, man. So the only reason we haven't felt it here because we're always the last to feel the vibrations, right? I always feel like it's a ripple effect, right? So things always happen in the third world countries first, and then it comes here. So in North America is going to be the last place. Like, let's be honest. It'll be the last place that it hits. Because why? The government powers will never let it happen, and they'll keep pushing, and they'll keep printing, and they'll keep debasing till they can't do it anymore, right? So that's after COVID, they made sure that cash was just something that was the thing of the past. It was dirty. We don't want to use cash anymore. They already started cutting back the circulation. We're going to be going to cards soon, and all we have is a card or that thing they have in the States in Utah. Have you seen the pill? Oh, buddy, all your information, and like Apple Pay, you pay that way.
Yeah.
Like, so you'll never see cash again, brother. This is happening right now. So this is early like adoption shit, man.
So do you think because some people feel like they want some people were saying that government implementation of cameras in your house and all that stuff. A lot of I know Gen Z kind of wants that. I think there was a thing that said 60%.
Yeah.
They already know everything about you. They can find you. They can do everything. So they're like, what more? Adding more to it doesn't really matter.
And that's where crypto comes in, because crypto is literally your gateway out of the matrix, bro. Like, literally. And it's proven itself for the past 15 years. You know what I mean? Like, it's actually shown that. Like, crypto has been such a great, just a gateway to kind of escape the malarkey, to escape the government, the propagandas, all that stuff. Like, you'll see, it'll be more prevalent as we go on through time. Like, but I'm telling you, bro, like, if you just think about it, if you just own a piece of Bitcoin, right? Let's say you own a fraction, not even a full Bitcoin. Right now, that would be like 30 grand US. And let's just say, for example, in Canada here, we get some sort of crazy black swan event like we saw with the truckers and Trudeau, people seizing accounts and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was
Think
crazy.
About how shocked you were when you heard people couldn't get access to their funds in their bank account. Think about it.
How do they even know?
Hundreds of Canadians, bro. My friend was one of them. He donated $50 to the trucker rally, and they froze his account.
Oh, so that's how they froze it.
Yeah, anybody that contributed to the GoFundMe. Yeah, I knew people, and I'm like, yo, you guys should use crypto. If you use crypto, that's literally impossible.
Yeah,
you can't. There's no freezing anything. There's no how. There's no way. There's just no way of doing it, because it's digital asset, it's property that you literally cannot snatch without that seed phrase, right? Without that encrypted phrase, that seed phrase, that secret phrase, you have no access to that person's wallet, right? So that's why the government hates it and they fear it. They fear crypto so bad, so they've been trying to legalize it, or not put regulations and do all kinds of sorts of stuff, ban it even. For the first 10 years of Bitcoin's inception, they were trying to ban it. They were calling it criminal.
I remember that. But you know what though? It's interesting where we're heading. I think right now, I think we're actually in a Cold War between China and America and Russia, and even Ukraine, all that stuff. I think there's a lot of stuff that's going on. I believe that people actually don't know the company Discord.
Yeah.
Discord, I believe, is owned by.
It's a Chinese.
A Chinese company. Yeah. I know it's the same company that owns ByteDance. Okay. Which is TikTok. I forgot what the company is, but they own 39% of Discord.
Jeez.
And they also own parts of Snapchat. They own Fortnite. They own Epic Games.
Yeah.
And Discord is a company that does not make profit.
They don't make profit?
It does not make profit. So it was estimated that Microsoft was going to buy it for $12 billion. And they rejected it. Yeah. I think it's worth like 20 or 30 billion dollars.
Billion or million?
And data is the most valuable thing today.
Exactly.
And every tech company is pretty much data driven. Like, no one's really making product based stuff. Everyone's just making data services, data collecting. Yep. And it's getting worse and worse and worse. But the thing is that people were saying that because every company that is owned by any Chinese company or any investors or whatever it is of third world, other countries, they're obligated to report the data back to the Chinese government. So the Chinese government has all this information, and people were saying that. So the Capitol Hill riot actually came from a Discord group weeks before it happened, and China knew about it, and China was obviously, they kind of wanted that to occur because
exactly.
and so
Makes them look good.
And if you actually type in on Google Chinese spies in Canada, it's huge.
Well, we have a lot. There's
so
a
many
lot of
Chinese
people
spies.
that live here just in general. We have a lot of Chinese.
But there are people don't understand. There are so many Chinese
these
spies.
These people are actual spies.
Spies. No, like you can actually search it up on Google. How many articles are out there? CBC, CP24 about Chinese spies being caught, because it's actually kind of crazy because the Chinese government is starting a war that they're way ahead of with all this information that they're gathering. Like, think about it. People don't understand that. Think about how the Chinese government is always perfectly situated in every single, like any sort of economic or any sort of like financial problem. I think about COVID; they were in a perfect situation.
Yeah.
Right, with how well they did with their economy, they were in the perfect situation with the Capitol Hill, Ukraine, Russia. Like, all this shit's happening right now. The amount of money that Chinese government is making off Russia is insane with the war, funding all their equipment, funding all their infrastructure, all that stuff that's going on, and they're always in the perfect situation.
Yeah.
And it's mainly because of all the data they're getting.
And I think Russia and China are like the deadliest alliance, man.
Yeah, for real.
Like, they're a deadly alliance.
For real.
Like, I don't see how we survive that. Like, first of all, the Chinese army is insane, right?
Insane.
Do you know the number that they have? It's for every one American soldier. Like, it's just crazy. Like, it's scary to think. It's really scary to think.
It's insane.
Yeah.
What do you think of the whole PD thing?
Oh shit.
You think he did it?
Oh fuck. Personally, as a black man myself, like I never think any black people in Hollywood do anything wrong.
Really?
I'm like a Dave Chappelle like fanatic. You know what I mean? So like, Dave Chappelle said something one time before he got canceled.
Yeah.
Well, not canceled.
He always gets canceled.
Yeah, he always gets canceled. You can't really cancel Dave Chappelle.
You can't cancel Dave.
But he's like, anytime niggas do shit, he never thinks that they're guilty. And I agree. I don't think P. Diddy's guilty. I mean, he's a very, very wealthy man. The guy's a billionaire. But
I heard, it's not even heard, there are 100% reports of him 100% being in the closet. There's no
in the like as a gay. Oh
gay.
yeah. Oh, for sure.
Did you watch that one video of like him and Meek Mill swimming, and he's like, "What's up, daddy?"
Yeah. I see that one.
Like it's known that he does some fucked up shit. But here's the crazy part. Okay, this is what.
But you know what's crazy? If he's done all it for like, there's not one video of him like making out. Lil Wayne and Birdman. Do you remember back then when there was that video of them kissing? Yeah. Like, I'm gonna do, and then they have to come out and explain like, why are you kissing? You remember that, bro?
Yeah.
And then like, because somebody snuck a picture of it, right? Yeah. And he's like, oh, that's just how like thugs do it. Like, it's like, bro, what? Like, you remember that shit, bro? Like, that was fucking crazy. I'm like, nah, bro. Thugs don't do that shit. You don't kiss another man on his mouth. And you like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, bro.
Dude, that shit was,
yeah. But like, why is there nothing like that on P. Diddy? Like, you know what I mean? It could be allegations that people are jealous of the man. I don't know.
So people were saying, he was talking about too, but basically what people were saying is that Diddy would have this obsession over controlling these rappers. So it was, what occurred was he would get the rappers like drugged out, and then he would make them do like gay shit, like make them suck dick and all that stuff, and then he would use use that for blackmail them, and control,
of course,
but also for his own pleasure too, because it was a very known thing that P. Diddy loved to do orgies. Yeah. Like, that was not even like that was not even like a rumor. It was just a known thing that he liked to do that, right? And so people were saying like that he did a lot of shit to Usher and Justin Bieber and like all these artists. And
but you know what's funny? P. Diddy is a very interesting character because here's the thing. Explain the logic to me for this, right? Yeah. You've seen a lot of celebrities in that limelight. R. Kelly, right? Yeah. R. Kelly. He got, when his cases came on, that nigga was pissing on bitches. Like, he was peeing on them. Like, he was defecating human beings, right? So Like that got wrapped up like pretty quick, right? You know, now
he
he's
got
in jail.
charged.
He got charged, whatever. You know, Bill Cosby. That was another one. Like, you know, like all these black celebrities, like, you know, people are coming out. This nigga's been getting away for years with this
Biggie,
sickness, yo.
Biggie
like,
and everything.
For bro, like 2 decades.
Yeah.
Yo, Diddy's been getting off with impunity just doing whatever he wants. And like, yo, I feel like he's been telling us the whole time, like, you know, in all his raps, take that. Like, he's like, yo, what the fuck? So I feel like if he does do that shit, they can't touch him. Because think about it, what FBI fucking raid? Like, that was somewhere, and he came back. They didn't arrest him. They didn't even charge him. There's not one charge laid against P Diddy, bro. There's not one.
I thought because he's in like some African country right now.
No, he came back. He was on vacation. Like when they raided his house, and that's what I'm saying. Like, think about this, bro. If you have all this intel and you're the fucking FBI, right? You're the FBI, right? And Homeland Security. It was a task. It was a task force conjunction of Homeland Security and the FBI, bro. Military tanks were pulling up on us. Usually, when they make busts, they want to make sure that the culprit's home. Correct?
Yeah.
Like they want to make sure you're home, Sim. If they're gonna bust down your doors, they're not gonna come and do it while you're gone, so that you go like, oh my god, my house is busted. Let me get the fuck out of here and run. No, they want to catch you as the element of surprise. So they want to make sure you're home. Then they bust your house. So all the celebrities were partying at his house. So he probably has videos, and he has secret cameras everywhere. Like he has over 100 cameras in his house, in his mansion where he's having parties. So this guy's probably recording people. He probably has dirt on every single person in Hollywood.
Every single person.
Why those people came, the feds didn't come to catch him and lock him up. The feds came to P. Diddy's house to bust to try to take some evidence for people in higher power. Like, think about it, you know what I mean? Like, that's what they want. They walked out with crates of videotapes and evidence, remember?
Yeah, but do you think, okay, let me ask you a question. Do you think because with Jeffrey Epstein, right, with his island, they were more like top tier, like top tier, like Bill Gates,
yes, of course. That used to go
Clinton, all that stuff. People are saying maybe because this is like basically P. Diddy's like the black
version of that.
Version of it.
Absolutely.
But there's not much care because it's just mostly like black, like top tier and top tier people. So they're like, oh, whatever.
Oh
like,
my God.
So and also I think honestly and truthfully, I think a lot of people are not opening up or coming up to it because they're like,
that's true.
Imagine like a random artist, let's just say like I don't know, YG or like I don't know, like Jay-Z or something like that was sucking dick. Like, how crazy would that be? Like, that would be.
Yeah, I mean, these guys do some sick shit, man. The Hollywood gets you all fucked up, so that would be crazy. I mean,
right?
Jay-Z, like that would crush me. Like, I would be destroyed. Like, that's my mentor. You know
and the crazy part, I guess, with Jeffrey Epstein too. Like, I'm not sure what the allegations are with P. Diddy, but I thought it was more like drugging and raping guys. I don't know if it was young guys, but I think also when it comes to like Jeffrey Epstein thing, it was kind of fucked up because it was underage girls. Yeah. Whereas like with P. Diddy, it's more like older guys. I mean, and like doing shit to them. It's not like, and it's more embarrassing for the rappers to have their public image out like that, right?
So that's what I'm thinking. Like, I think it's a giant cover up because there's no way you're busting with all that intel and all that counter intel that you have. You're not gonna bust a man, come to his house, and then he's still out there. I was watching a TikTok of him just the other day. Like, he's out there just doing his thing, living his life. You know, take that. You know what I mean?
I recently see him too.
Yeah. There was a video with him and Justin Bieber, and it's so funny. The comments were like, "Yo, look at how he's patting him down for a while." He kept touching his body, bro. Like, you know, the whole time he's like, yeah, it's okay, don't worry, you'll be good. And he goes and he's tapping him. He's tapping all over. So I'm like, yo, why are you doing that? That's so weird. That's so out of character.
So do you think that then he knows he's guilty of something?
Well, of course.
He would never.
He's guilty. He just doesn't want to get caught with his pants down, right? Like any guilty person wouldn't want, right? So a lot of people actually saying that when he actually flew out, he got a heads up. Like, I mean, he's a billionaire. He knows people. He rubs shoulders with the elites. So they were literally saying he was literally flying out to hide evidence. Like, I mean, the guy has a private jet. So he probably took whatever evidence that he was hiding in his house of, like, you know, Bill Cosby and Oprah Winfrey and a gangbang force and whatever, right? That's really, really bad press. So maybe he's getting paid to get rid of some of the evidence or hide it out, whatever.
Well, that's what Cat Williams was saying, that like there's so much fucked up shit in the industry with with stuff, and he was like 2024 is a year that everything gets exposed. But his shit was so interesting though because
he got paid $50,000, or not paid. He got offered 50 mil?
Yeah, well, did he get offered 50 mil for something, right?
No. Sorry. No. Sorry. It wasn't 15 mil. Sorry. It was 50. So he got offered $50,000 four times, 4 separate occasions to come host at the P. Diddy mansion. Like, you know, when he's having he calls them freak offs. Like when P. Diddy have his big parties that they're called freak offs. Cat Williams was offered $50,000, bro, 4 times just to come and like be, you know, like a guest appear or whatever, and you know, be an entertainer. Yeah. He turned it down 4 times. So I mean, it makes you think, like, you know, like why would you turn down that much money? That's $200,000, bro.
Do you think? Do you think? Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you think with Jay-Z, because apparently Beyonce is significantly younger than Jay-Z.
Not that young. Not that.
Is it like a 10-year difference?
Yeah, but I mean, that's common. Yeah, I doubt it, though. Illuminati and stuff. But think about it. All the celebrities, the last time you ever... Yeah, but that's a grown man business. Like, every guy has an affair. Yeah. Kobe Bryant had a fucking affair, bro. Like, you get props for that in the community, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you fucked a bad bitch. Sick. Good for you. You know what I mean? Like, he had an affair with Beyonce's fucking sister or some shit.
Yeah,
but look at how quick that blew over. She was beating him in the elevator, and he's just standing there taking it like a man. Like you know what I mean? Like Jay-Z, I think he's just too smart and he's too savvy as a businessman to actually get caught up in any of that bullshit. You know what I mean? Because like he's still never been accused of any of that. It's all P. Diddy. Like it's always been P. Diddy, and you know everybody says he's just a sick guy. Like look at Cassie. He paid her $25 million to settle out of court. And that was his girl from time. Like, and this girl, like, there's videos of
10 years, though.
What was that?
But they get together for 10 years?
Yeah, they were together forever, bro.
Yeah.
And like she came out, she was the first one to come out, and like I pressed like charges. She filed a lawsuit against him for like he was literally manipulating and controlling her, and like he would not let her leave the house. Sometimes there's a video online of him beating her under the bed sheets and shit.
Holy shit!
Like just like shaming her and shit. Then he made her shave her head. Remember for the longest time she had hair, but with the shaved side, like fade. Like Melissa, she had a fade.
You know what's crazy is this. Okay, everything that just recently I've been reading up is that women will do anything for money.
Yeah,
like the fact that
your viewers might not agree with you, but
the fact that you could poo on a girl like Vince McMahon, the fact that you can literally feast on her. For how much he paid her? Like 10, maybe 10 G, something like that. Like not much.
There's not enough money.
Not enough.
There's not enough money to fucking
to take a like nasty barbecue dump.
Oh my god.
On a girl, and her just taking it for $10K.
Yeah, but for a while, this happened for years. This was going on for a very long time.
So she was getting shit on like every week.
Yeah, basically. Bro, this was
that was a one-time thing.
No, bro, no. Like that's why the case was so interesting because he got away with it because like you were a paid participant, like you got paid for this. You can't come out now and complain and cry about it.
Who looks worse?
You got paid. That's your pride and joy. That's what you love to do. Like then you got some problems.
But maybe it's like a power thing, you know, like taking a dump on whatever you want to take a dump on. Like it's a power thing.
I think so.
I can see it. I can see it.
But again, who would you rather be though in that situation?
Oh, 100%. The person taking the dump. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean. So I feel bad for the girl, but I mean, you paid for this. That's why you accepted this. You accepted payment. So why would you come out and complain? But that's what women do, man. Women
complain.
They complain and they get. It's like no, but you brought this on yourself. You accepted money for something.
Yeah, it just blows me that like okay, there's some things that you can. Like if you offered me money, I just wouldn't do it. I could like you know what? I remember growing up and watching that video that every kid used to show. They'd be like, "Yo, watch this video. It's really cool." And then I think we all know what the video is. Two girls, one cup.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I got caught up in that too.
And then every kid was like, "Yo, watch it." And then you watch it, you're like, "What the fuck?" That
was so disbuddy.
It's just crazy because okay, like if someone could describe it to you, like, "Oh, that's gross," but when you actually watch it, you're like, "Yo, how can people do it just for money?" And I'm sure they didn't get paid that much money too, a couple grand maybe.
Yeah, it's
like, and people would do that. Like it kind of blows my mind where like you know people will murder other people for like $5K like a hitman or people will do like significantly crazy things just for not even that much of a large bag.
But it's crazy, don't you notice? Like now, like I mean, these are all things that we're talking about stuff years ago when like times weren't as bad. You know, people are doing a lot less for a lot more now. You know what I mean? Like think about like you know what a good question to ask somebody is like what's your threshold? What's your line? Like what won't you do for money? Like think about that. Like for you, like I'll pose that question. Like what would you like literally be opposed to doing for money? Like if somebody, let's say there's $1 million offer on the table, $1 million, right? But you got a list of things to do. What is that one thing that you would not do? Like for example, like let's say you had to you had to lick the dirt on the ground. You know, you had to fucking,
that's tough.
Like you know what I mean? Like it's like so. Like think about it. Like, and that's we're talking about $1 million. That's life changing shit. People nowadays will do it for fucking 500, man. Like it's $500 people. Yeah. Yo, listen. If you give somebody $1,000, there's almost nothing that they won't do. I'm speaking from experience. I used to play this game. Like there's literally nothing that they.
And you have to show them. You have to show them the $1,000 too, right?
Yeah. You show. You show them $1,000, and it's like, do this, and then this is yours, and it's like no problem. Not in a second thought. Not in a second thought. I literally used to play this game. It's a very good feeling, but it's a saddening feeling as well, because then now I just.
It's like a power trip, kind of.
Yeah, now I just paid this guy $1,000 to punch this other guy in the face, and now he's got a bloody nose. This guy feels bad because that's his friend, and you just injured somebody for money.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean. Like
I get it.
And it's just a reality, right? Like people will do a lot for the the dollar, man. The great American dream. It's fucked.
Have you ever been to Costa Rica?
Costa Rica, yeah, and unfortunately, yes.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Okay, so because
the prostitution in Costa Rica is insane.
I wanted to ask about that. So one of my brother's friends was saying that, like, okay, he has a villa. And it is very common to go to Costa Rica and get a villa, right? Yeah, all guys do it for their bachelor or shit like that. It's like every girl that's like, oh, my husband's going to Costa Rica. He's probably gonna come back with some STDs, that's for sure. Yo. But he was telling me that basically, the chicks would wait outside the villa. Like they would actually wait outside the villas, and like you can order them, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
And they would come, and I asked him how much was it to have one? He's like about $500 for the whole day. Is that true?
Yeah, so I didn't stay in a villa. We stayed at the Occidental Grand when we went to Costa Rica. Yeah. And, bro, you literally question so many things. I remember getting out of the taxi and the threshold, what's it called, the gondola or whatever of the hotel, and then you go in there. There's the reception and stuff. Yeah. Do you know this is the first time I've ever been hit like that? I'm walking through this thing and I'm feeling like I'm in the casino. Yeah. The Vegas casino where there's street walkers and shit like that.
Yeah.
And brother, I was at first I felt casino vibe because it's a big illustrious place, women everywhere. But then I quickly felt like that vibe go away, and I felt like I was in the strip club because now all I'm hearing is, oh, Mr. Morano, and they're grabbing your testicles. These girls in the lobby of the hotel.
Stuff like that.
They're just like, ooh, Mr. Monero, El Monero, and they're grabbing your cock, and you're like, what the fuck? I'm just trying to get my luggage through here, right? I'm trying to check into the hotel. Yeah.
That's
and you realize you're not in Kansas anymore. It's just it's the women there are so bold, bro, and they're strangers.
Broke?
No, I said bold, bro.
Oh, okay.
They're so bold. They're so bold, bro. That's when I realized I was like, oh yeah, this is because I was in Colombia, and Colombia is kind of the same vibe, right? But nothing.
Are they
nothing.
broke? So that that $500,
buddy.
You probably tell the truth.
$500. What are you talking about? You get
you overspend, you think?
Yeah, bro, big time. This is high end, high end payments. You're talking about $150, $200. Have a girl for yourself for the whole day. It's just how it is out there, right? It's just insane, and these are I honestly rate them we've never had a good looking girl on this show, 10. They are so good looking, bro. I remember taking a picture, the squeegee girl, whatever. I literally had to take a picture and send it to my boy back home because she looked phenomenal, bro. The girls in these little boy shorts, the cutest Spanish girl next door face, the button nose, the dimples in the cheeks, thick.
Was she a prostitute?
I don't know. No, she was just a worker. She was cleaning. She was the gas attendant. She was squeegeeing the rental car and cleaning it. Buddy, it was intense, and my heart starts to melt because you're like, a girl like that in Toronto, you would never even get to talk to her. And you know what I mean? The men, bro.
And that's why we say the girls that the hottest chick, and she'll actually
so humble. Oh yeah.
So that's the problem.
Yeah. You got to keep them out there. Yeah. I was literally when I was in Colombia, I was contemplating selling a couple of my properties, and literally, I swear to you, on my mom, that was the thoughts going through my head. Yeah. I was never as happy as I was there, bro. Really? Sisters. They won't leave you. You literally go downstairs to go get some coconut water or something like that. These girls just flock you. They smell the foreign money. They just know. Right. And I remember hanging out with some girls from there were two sisters. We met them downstairs. We came upstairs. They started cooking for us right away. I was blown away, bro. I'm like, what are you doing? It's like, oh, we're making you an egg sandwich. I'm like, well, they didn't say it. They said huevo. Huevo is eggs in Spanish. It's like, the mentality is like reverse. I felt that was in Bizarro World. You know that world where Superman is the opposite?
Yeah.
It was insane, bro. And like these are girls that are just trying to win you over. They're trying to win you over, but not just their looks, and they're hot. These girls are smoking
It's not
hot.
like the strippers like in escorts here where they're just like so rude and
like,
shit.
yeah, like the girls like fucking like, and then she's like trying to cook for us. Then I sit on the fucking couch. You know, I mean, it's a rental. I don't care. It's not my house, so I can take my shoes off. She comes over, starts taking my shoes off, like massaging my feet. I'm like, what is going on? Like, it's a whole nother world, man. It's crazy. I wanted to stay there. I didn't want to come back.
You ever heard the term like passport bro?
Oh yeah,
Because the guys that like want to go out and get a girl from another country.
But I wouldn't do that because again, the West will ruin them as soon as you bring them across the border.
So
I know a couple guys who have. That's why I'm saying. Like, I
want to ask you. I want to ask something. Like, okay, what's making you stay in Canada?
Okay, so a lot of people don't know this, but I mean, a lot of people who do know. So I have a sick mom.
Yeah.
And I take care.
Yeah.
I take care of. She's
I think
like
you mentioned on the podcast already.
Yeah, she's a stroke victim, right? So my mom like is literally like the only woman that'll ever like my undying loyalty.
Yeah.
Like, so I need to be like she has a lot of health issues and stuff like that.
But you have 5 sisters here, no?
5 sisters? No sisters. Only brothers. 4. There's 4 of us.
Oh, okay.
And fortunately, it kind of worked out. But as soon as everything is
good,
she's in and out of the hospital.
And if and let's say everything's good, everything's fine. Let's say perfect scenario, you obviously wouldn't stay here in Canada.
Oh fuck no.
Yeah,
fuck no. I already, like I told you before, I already have a property being built. It'll be ready in 2026.
Where would you
Dominican Republic. It would have to be a Latin country. So I have a house in Puerto Plata being built right now, and that's the exit plan. Like so I won't move there right away. It'll be ready, like I said, in 2025. Yeah. But I want to Airbnb it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that it'll generate some money for me, and then when it's time for me to pick up and go, I'm already set up, right? So
you're ready to like leave.
Oh yeah. Oh absolutely, bro. There's nothing.
There's nothing here.
There's nothing here, bro. This place is just
trash.
The boneyard. Yeah, it's the dump of the world.
Canada is such a horrible country.
It's so bad.
So bad. The quality
of Canadian, it breaks my heart to say this. Like it's actually really sad, but like
it was never like this 10 years ago.
Never. Not even close.
And like, I don't know if it's just.
Not even close.
I don't even know if it's just. I honestly don't think it's just Canada. It's a lot of first world nations. The quality of life is just so bad. I think honestly, I'm thinking about it more and more. I'm like, yo, there's more pros living in a third world country because every government is corrupt, right? We can all agree. Every government is corrupt. But the difference is if you live in a third world country, you at least get to participate in the corruption. Yeah, 20 pesos, right?
I've literally done that in Dominican. Like, you got a speeding ticket, there you go, 20 pesos. They're happy. They don't even bat an eye with it.
And so my take on that is like the fact that like if you can participate in a third world, they pretty much spoke up what they think about young people. They pretty much fucked over young people for the older generation.
Big time. And the sad thing is the younger people won't even know what hit them.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, do you check this out? Listen to this.
Yeah.
Not only is it's not even, there's no point in talking about property because young people won't be able to buy property. Never. But do you understand what the plan is? Like you hear what Trudeau's doing now? He's fighting to pass that bill that renters, right? Because we all know being a renter is the worst thing. Like you don't want to ever rent, right? You want to own. You want to have your own property, right? Yeah. But since you have no other choice, owning would be the top choice. Would be the first choice. I want to buy my home. I want to whatever. But renting will be your next best thing. Yeah. So up until now, you can't build your credit by being a renter. You can only build your credit on buying an asset, right? Now Trudeau's passing a bill that actually would allow you to build your credit. Like it'll be tied to the C. Yeah, you heard about this. It'll be tied in with the CRA and all that stuff. So if you're paying your rent on time and all that stuff, that is being logged. It's all categorized and compartmentalized and logged so that now your incentive now is, you know what, I can't buy a house. It's just no point in doing that. So what I'll do is I'll just rent for a while, build my credit up. You know what I mean? He's making it acceptable and you will like it. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. So why would I go waste my time in a $600,000, $700,000 investment trying to house or whatever? He's making it so attractive. The bill right now. What's it going to look like in 3 years?
He's making it appealing to rent in the sense where like so you need a high credit score to rent? No, or sorry.
No. It'll affect your credit. So
Rent-
it's
rent.
the renting, like, you know what I mean? You know how many, like, I know myself. That's why I stopped renting and doing like the Ontario lease agreement. I used to do that for years, but I switched all to Airbnb because you can't even come to my property without paying for the Airbnb first, right?
Yeah.
But with my problem with the tenants before is they're delinquent. They'll always be late on paying their bills and blah blah blah. And bro, I don't want to be some slumlord running around trying to fucking beat money out of you living in my house.
Yeah.
That's how it was for years.
Yeah.
Because nobody cares. Like, it's not gonna affect their credit. I can't ding them on their credit score, right?
But that's like a good thing for landlords, then, eh?
Oh, it's a great thing for landlords, but you're missing the point. The point is now, happy and thankful that, you know what, maybe someday I'll have good enough credit because, you know, I just have to pay my bills on time, pay my rent, build my credit up, right? Like how we were growing up, like we'd want to build our credit, put some money aside. It was a lot easier for us.
Yeah.
But now that's going to be the norm. That's going to be the norm. Think about it. Like, you're going to be a renter and love it with your 700 credit score, and you just don't own anything. You just literally, you know what I mean? Like, you want to be a good tenant and just pay on time and keep your credit score good, and maybe someday, if you're able to pass the stress test, you'll be able to afford a property. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, why do you think he's doing this right now, bro? And all the renters are gonna be like, oh yeah, that's amazing, and it's already favoring. They're like they're about to pass it. It's already favorable.
That's a pretty smart move.
It's a very smart move. The guy, he's
can't
smart.
hate the guy.
He's smart, bro. Like, he's smart because everybody's gonna be like, they're all for it. They're all for it. Like, I want to be able to rent and build my credit, being a renter, right?
And then it's good for the landlord because
it's good for everybody. But it's just bad for the people who want to own.
You know what? People, the thing about Trudeau is this. People were talking about like how, like, okay, you know, why is he not doing anything right now? He's so smart because he knows how the game works. And from my understanding is with politics is that people have short-term memory when it comes to stuff. Like, people already forgot the shit that Doug Ford already did with the lockdown, right?
Yeah.
Like, people forgot. Totally forgot that the stupid shit that he did, and he kind of sold out on a lot of big. A year or two was because he knows the best strategy is to do it a year before the election and implement all these changes. And be like, hey, look, no, we actually did do some change.
Yeah, no, that's true. Because, like, even during COVID, he did like that.
He did that too, yeah.
Yeah, he did during COVID.
And, like,
actually, he got elected. He did a forced election during COVID.
And what's crazy is, like, during the election, so with the polling, usually with polling, when you do it, especially like a year or two from now, I would be shocked if he got reelected again. I would be really shocked.
I don't think that's even possible, bro. Like, nobody likes him. Like, nobody. I mean, it's sad to say that at the end of the day, it is a popularity contest, right? Like, I mean, nobody. I don't think I know one person I've ever met that actually likes Trudeau. Yeah. So I don't see it. I mean, do you think it's possible that he gets reelected?
Average lifespan of a prime minister.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's already, by the time the election is about to.
Well, the election's this year. It's an election.
No, it's 2025.
Oh, it's 2025?
2025. So that's American.
You're right. It is
Canadian, I think, is June 2025.
Yeah, the American is in November.
Yeah, November. So I would say, like, when he does, I think that about 10 years. Yeah, 10 years. Because he started 2015.
Yeah.
I mean, he campaigned with the league thing, with the weed legalization, right? And that kind of, like, got him the votes. I mean, even I voted for that. Well, because that was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. I mean,
was pretty cool.
I've gotten arrested for having weed in your possession. Think about that.
But I don't know, right? But I honestly think that even now, though, with the changes with Pierre Poilievre, I don't think they'll be significant to begin with. I don't think there's anything. I think Canada is in such a fucked up crisis where, like, okay, so I was reading up that Canada produces the least out of all G7 countries. With GDP and gross domestic productivity, we're actually the lowest.
Oh, really?
And also, Canada's birth rate amongst domestic kids is, like, at an all-time low. Like, domestic citizens, I think we're below the average birth rate.
Jeez.
So we're not, kids here do not have, kids that are born here are not having kids for immigration. So it's like Canada is in such a fucked up situation. It just blows my mind how screwed Canadians actually going to be in, like, the next, like, probably now.
They're screwed now, bro.
Now from moving forward, like, you need the immigration no matter what, but you don't even have good immigrants coming in. You don't even have, like, doctors, right? Which, I mean, we need those jobs, but we don't need an overabundance of them. We don't need 1 million people coming in looking for fucking Tim Hortons jobs.
Yeah.
Right, and that's where the problem lies. And it's like, but at the same time, we need the immigration too. So
I seen a video, literally a TikTok video, just a couple days ago, with a girl. She's a famous TikToker, and she's in Canada, and she's saying, "Here's a few reasons why you should never move to Canada." Like that's the narrative now.
Yeah.
People are making videos on why you shouldn't live here, you shouldn't move here. This was one of the most desired countries to come to, but now that so. You know what her number one issue was? Like she's like it was a big pack of drumsticks.
Yeah.
Barbecue drumsticks, almost $200, bro.
Oh,
at Costco, almost the jumbo pack. Like it was like this long.
But Costco's usually cost efficient though.
No, it's not, man. No. Buddy, not even close.
No, but so the thing about Costco is,
they give you bulk and they make you think it's cheap. If you actually do the math, like for example, if you buy a Gain bottle, a 200 ml Gain bottle for your laundry detergent, they'll sell it to you for like $34. But then you can go to fucking Shoppers Drug Mart and you get the half size bottle for $10.
No, but the thing about
you know what I mean? You're not getting the big size, but that's how they upsell you. Because this will last you a lot longer, so pay $34 for it. But if I look at the actual, this is 700 ml, I could go buy a Gain bottle with 250 and pay a fraction of the price.
But the thing is that what's interesting about Costco that people actually don't know is. So my cousin's wife works with some company. I forgot what the company is.
Yeah.
I think it's like General Mills or some shit, like right? And basically what she was telling me is that Costco sets a rate price that they only make 20% net profit. They won't increase it for anything higher than that. That is their ceiling. They're the ceiling. So you know that
it's a shit ton, bro. Yo, that's the craziest thing I ever heard, bro. I would not want to pay an extra 10%, 20%. Nah, that's a lot, man.
But that's a lot. But you don't think actually shopping at Costco is actually beneficial if you eat the same shit? Because if you're getting it bulk, like it is cheaper.
Yeah, but here's the problem with that. Okay, so check it out. So I could go get a bulk giant, like, and they do have the biggest. Like, you can't get anything bigger.
Not chicken.
Like,
it make no sense.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. If that's meant to last long, like that chicken box the girl played, like, a family wouldn't be able to finish that in like a week, right? Right. Think about it. Like it's a $200 box of chicken. Who the fuck's gonna use it? So you're wasting. First of all, you're more prone to waste that, right? Because it'll go bad.
Can't you freeze it?
Well, you could freeze it, but it's already served to you, not frozen. If they were selling it flash frozen, then yes, okay, you're good. But it's to take it from the store, go home and freeze it. That's a bacteria trap. And it's not gonna keep the food because you have to freeze it right away as soon as you slaughter the fucking. I could have in my basement forever. It's a jumbo box. I have tons of baby wipes. Blah blah blah. So certain things, but like food wise, if you want to like actually eat healthy and stuff, bro. You're not buying steak and fucking chicken and meat from Costco, but they sell a lot of it.
Are you a vegan?
No, I'm not.
You know what's interesting is that a lot of people are going vegan
because it's cheaper.
Celebrities,
because it's cheaper. No, vegan is a big it's the biggest push to save money because like being a vegan is so much cheaper, bro.
I thought it was expensive to be a vegan.
I mean, it depends on what type of vegan you are, I guess. Yeah. But like, think about it. It's if I were to eat less meat, guess how much I'm saving? My food bill on just the meat I eat is like $350 a week. $350 a week, and I buy all my steak and my chicken and my lamb and my goat, my kangaroo and my bison. I buy all that from my farmer, right? So I actually go to, and bro, it's blessed. The food is so amazing. But I have a big giant freezer in my basement, so I'll buy it and I'll freeze, so I'll make it last, whatever, right? You can't do that with Costco, man. Like you're buying shit with so much preservatives. You have I literally see my food. I see my food free range, running around, shitting eggs.
I'm actually curious. Very curious to know.
I honestly don't even at my prime. Fuck, I would say 4 or 5.
400 or 500.
That was in my prime, yeah.
So how many plates is that? It's like what?
That's 4 plates aside.
4 plates. And then what about the most squatting?
Oh, easily 5 plates aside. Squats and deadlifts are pretty much the same. That's 405 plus 90. Yeah.
So isn't that insanely fucking dangerous?
Yeah.
Is
a lot of guys get injured lifting a lot of weight, but that's why I don't do it anymore, right? Yeah, that's something you do. Like I was competing when I was 27, 28. In my early 30s, I was doing all my competition then and stuff. So we were able to do some crazy shit, but but I don't do that shit now. It's not smart.
I'm very curious. Okay, what's the most what's the highest thing you ever lifted in any sort of exercise, weight wise? What's squatting?
Highest?
In terms of weight?
It would be in squatting. Yeah.
Okay.
Squatting and deadlifting for sure. Yeah. I wouldn't be able to bench or do. Actually, no. Actually, fuck, I'm talking shit. The leg press.
Oh,
the leg press.
Yeah, I can see
the leg press. I have a video actually online with it. I maxed out. It was 16 plates aside. 16,
Holy
8 plates at the top, 8 at the bottom. So that's 16 aside. Plus the female on top holding a 45-pound in her arm. Yeah, so I don't even know how much weight that was, but it's like it's in the 900, 1,000. Like it's a lot of weight. 16 45 plates aside with a girl on top.
Yeah. So when you were doing that, like, what were you eat? How much were you eating that day? Like, or just in general, like when you were trying to train, like, what were you eating? How much were you eating? Like, how often were you eating? How much protein were you intaking?
Well, the key for me was every 2.5 hours. So I would eat every 2.5 hours. And
Lean shit, right?
Yeah, only lean stuff. Like it was a strict diet, and it's literally like your food's coming in, it's processed instantly, and it's going straight to the muscle belly. Like, bro, it was crazy, and it was just attested to what I was eating. I was eating nothing, but I ate a lot of kangaroo back then, a lot of white fish. Yeah, kangaroo, bison.
Whoa.
It's the best. It's actually the best match protein for us as human beings.
Kangaroo.
Kangaroo.
What does it taste like?
It tastes like fucking like ground beef. It's amazing.
Really?
It's so tender. Kangaroo and bison, they literally taste the same. Like I wouldn't even know the difference. You could put them, blindfold me, put them in front of me. Bison and kangaroo are my favorite.
Where do you
And
get kangaroo from?
No, you get it from
Here, you can buy.
you can buy it here. Yeah, you can get it from like
much
Nature's
is that?
Emporium, or like you have to go to the high end. Like I go to Nature's Emporium,
Yeah.
right? Like Whole Foods used to have it, but I don't trust Whole Foods anymore ever since they got into trouble with the Chinese.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know, they're buying their food from the Chinese, so I stopped fucking with them.
Kangaroo. Okay, what was bison, right?
Yeah, bison. And bison I get from my farmer. Like like bison is fucking dope. But it's so healthy because again, it's a protein that synthesizes your body so well and so efficiently that I usually eat it and I could go eat a large pizza right after. I could have a full meal of bison with my salad and some asparagus with some white rice.
Yeah.
And like it's just so light because again, it's just you want efficiency, right? You don't want food just sitting in your stomach.
Yeah.
So it's just the way I ate. Like when I was training, bro, like I looked amazing. Like I looked like shit now.
I saw it on IG.
Yeah, I look like shit now. Like I look like it was a good days.
and so, like, okay, what was your body mass?
3%. 3% body fat.
97% muscle.
Yeah, it was fucking insane, bro.
Holy
Like it was fucking insane. I remember
shit.
going to the fucking grocery store and I had to literally stop. So I started paying my brother to get all my groceries for me because I couldn't go to the grocery store without getting to any sort of like it was some sort of altercation with either some younger guys or whatever because they just always want to test you, bro. You know what I noticed? Like the guys like just want to test you. Like they want to test your mind, test because they've never seen anything like you. So like I was always getting into fights, man, or altercations, and then like. No, I wouldn't say fights because, like, at that time, I'm like, yeah, let's go. And then the guy, I hated it. I'm like, bro, I can't. I need peace of mind everywhere I go. Somebody wants to fuck with me.
So,
and
2%?
No.
1%?
Like you can't play ball with 2%.
Okay.
Like for somebody like LeBron James, it'll be at like 12%, 11%.
So, you had
body fat.
3%.
Yeah, but it's very, bro. Honestly, it looks good, but it's very unhealthy. It's very unhealthy. Yeah.
Why is that?
And I could only maintain that for a few weeks, so I'd only get down to like 3% body fat for the last month of
But
my
why
prep.
is it bad though? I'm curious.
Oh, because your body needs fat to metabolize your proteins and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You need fats. And so it's very, especially if you're not experienced, it's very hard making sure that I'd have to down like tablespoons of olive oil every day. Like you know olive oil that you used to cook your salads.
Yeah.
Bro, like it was like a habit that I had to take like 3. Your body needs fat to survive, man. Especially your brain, right?
Yeah.
So like it's very unhealthy, and if you're not careful and you don't know what you're doing, you could end up in the hospital. Like,
How did you feel like having that much like muscle on you?
I felt really weak, to be honest.
Whoa,
like I felt weak,
really?
like Superman. Like you look like you. I'm sure you've seen my pictures. It looks
I saw.
unreal. It looks like it's painted on or Photoshop, but you look so strong. But yeah, you're actually at your weakest. Like I always felt like shit. I always had to sleep. I was taking naps in the middle of the day. Wow. Like it was just fucking horrible. I couldn't go to clubs. I couldn't go party. Forget going to the movies. Forget about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was just
wild.
I
didn't know that.
That's why I just stopped. I had to stop doing it. It was just.
When did you stop?
I started competing when I was 34.
So what do you get when you compete?
Well, you get a check, you get endorsements.
Oh, okay.
Like you get a bunch of stuff.
Did you ever win?
Yeah, of course. I was Mr. Ontario, bro.
Oh, so you got like a big check and
I got a big check. I was sponsored by Ripped Freak.
Yeah.
And been on magazine covers. I've been featured in a lot of different things.
Sick.
Muscle Tech was one of my sponsors. I don't know if you remember do you remember GNC back in the day?
GNC,
Yeah, GNC, Muscle Tech. I had a bunch of sponsors back in the day, but I came third in Canada in Edmonton. So I was top 3 in Canada. Yeah. So yeah, it was different. It's different lifestyle though, man. Like you can't do a lot of things. Yeah. Like I couldn't even have sex as much as I wanted to. And I got a huge sexual appetite, right? So it's just it limits you for a lot. So I didn't really like it.
Have you ever not worked out a whole year, 2 years, whatever it is? No gym.
Let me think. Not a year. I definitely stopped in intervals. Like for example, my first heartbreak, my first love when she broke up with me, like it was like bro, I was like what 23, 22, 22, 23.
Yeah, yeah.
I was destroyed, and she broke up with me because I went to the gym too much, right?
Oh.
So I was like, I lost my high school sweetheart for a fucking gym. Like, so I was like it's on a warpath. I was really like down on myself. Like, so I remember it's the only time I ever went to my mom to to get her advice on a woman. It's the only time ever in my entire life. It's the only time I went to my mom, and I was just broken to pieces because like.
Let me ask you a question. I'm really curious. Let's say an average dude doesn't even go to the gym. Let's say he starts going to the gym for the first month, okay? And he takes steroids. What happens?
Essentially, like you'll get very cocky, but nothing physical.
Oh, okay. So
you'll get very cocky because you'll have more testosterone running through his veins, so he'll get more cocky, more confident, start feeling a little bit better, getting better sleep.
Really?
And oh yeah, more focused in the gym. But like physically, like he's not gonna look. Especially depending on where he's coming from. If he's like a fat guy and he's out of shape completely, in the first month you're not seeing shit.
But what will that steroids do? Like, will it make it push harder to go to the gym?
Actually, no. It's, people think that. A lot of people think you do steroids and you just get this like undying will to pump weights. Yeah, let's go. No, it doesn't work like that. They got you. That's why a lot of guys who do take steroids look like shit because they take steroids and then they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You actually shouldn't take steroids if you're not already been working out seasoned in the gym for a few years. Like you should not never just decide to like, yo, I want to do steroids, so let's go to the gym. Like you should start working out. You want to terraform the body first. And then get your receptors.
So what is steroid?
Well, I don't know. I'm not on steroids.
No,
right
but
now, so
I'm talking about like.
But in general,
some guys that probably.
In general, like I mean, I've touched all. I've tried all that stuff before. But in general, it makes you feel. Then it makes you feel like as manly as you could feel.
Really?
Like it makes you like. I mean, from the waist down, especially like you like. Yeah, like you have like the best sex, like
that makes your
dick's
smaller,
always hard. No, bro, what the fuck?
Or your balls smaller, right? Or dick smaller.
So what happens with anabolic steroids when you run cycles for too long?
Yeah,
your testicles like they shrink up, they shrivel up. So that's why a lot of guys end up damaging themselves because steroids were never meant to be something that you sustained over a period of time. You do it for a cycle, then you come off, and then you reset your body. Okay. But a lot of guys abuse it, like most things, like alcoholics, right?
Yeah.
Like if you just have a drink here and there, you're not gonna be fucking going to AA meetings, right?
Yeah.
But if you're staying on steroids for fucking years and so, then you're done.
So
man.
is steroids okay to take then?
Steroids are recommended by doctors. Like they have actual. What? I know a lot of guys that are on hormone replacement therapy. That's steroids. You come into the clinic. Because think about it, man. Like a lot of men, especially nowadays, because of the food, how much stuff that you eat that has soy in it? Like just ask yourself. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. So men suffer from something called gynecomastia, right? Gynecomastia is the development just by eating that type of stuff and getting all those hormones, and that's from the milk, especially from the shit they inject the cows. They inject the cows with estrogen. So you're eating food and you're taking it. That's why I shop at the farmer. You're taking in stuff that's been pumped with estrogen, the one female hormone that you never want entering your body. Think about it. Think about that. The one hormone you would never want to be in your body as a man.
Yeah.
And you're eating that food. So that's why men have very low testosterone levels. That's a stat in North America.
Yeah,
that's a stat.
I know.
A very low testosterone levels. So being like recommended to take testosterone by your doctor is high in North America. Like I know so many guys who actually legally go to the doctor and they're on hormone replacement therapy. They get administered with 250 mLs of testosterone every week at bare minimum. Like, bro, it's crazy.
So even with steroids, like that's actually interesting because there's such a bad stigma against steroids.
Well, there's a bad stigma with everything. There's a bad stigma in crypto. There's a bad stigma in money. There's a bad stigma in everything. In strippers. There's a bad stigma in everything. But at the end of the day, like you just got to look at the facts and see what makes more sense, right?
So you're saying that all the food that we're eating today, like let's say like food basics,
everything you buy from the stores,
or let's say food basics beef, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You're saying that shit. It's probably
with estrogen. No, I'm not saying it's probably.
It is.
It's factual stats like you could actually look into.
And so that's just not even good for you at all.
No, it's not good for you at all, man. Because first of all, again, once you start imbalancing your hormones, bro, you develop more mucus in your system. You develop underactive thyroid, that's death, bro.
Really?
That's death. What do you mean, really? When your thyroid starts underperforming, bro,
Yeah.
you know how many illnesses? Like, I studied this shit for years being in the fitness industry, right? Like, it's literally the food. Because, for example, if your body's not at like at least 9.5 alkaline level, just if your body is not running at that level, you're developing mucus like you wouldn't believe. Like you're accumulating mucus in your system, and that makes you sick more often. That makes you have more tendencies to gain weight and store fat instead of burning fat and creating muscle. Bro, there's just the list is just insane. There's a plethora of downsizes, right? So the food that you consume is so, and that's why in North America they know this. So they put the easiest method of getting food into our system. Look at how big fast food chains are. Look at how fast food chains are like the biggest thing, because we all go to Timmy's. I go to Timmy's. You go to Timmy's. Every single one of us here go to Timmy's because it's quick, it's convenient, it's right there. We're too busy to actually go buy our food and cook it and prep it. Think about it. I get caught up into it a lot too. So you go into Timmy's buying that coffee with your milk and your sugar and all that stuff and your bread. You're consuming so much estrogen, bro. It's insane. But you don't think about it because you're too busy working and doing stuff. And, nobody actually cooks dinner anymore. That's another stat. The average household does not even cook dinner, bro. Dinner time is Kraft macaroni and cheese. Dinner time is fucking ordering it on fucking skip the dishes. That's dinner time in the average North American home now. So, like, it's buddy, the food is so pivotal.
So you think that, so you think that a lot of the reasons why men are not masculine is because of even the food that they consume.
1,000%. And that's not just coming from me. That's coming from Harvard professors and studies. The men nowadays are so feminine because the food has been so corrupted and so like. It's been so infiltrated by so much garbage and.
I gotta ask you.
It sucks, man.
I gotta ask you a question. Why does every chick fucking like Taco Bell?
I don't know. I don't have the answer for that.
And you know what's crazy? I know Taco Bell is the worst fast food meat out of all of them. The number one worst.
Exactly.
And like it's like similar to dog meat almost.
Yeah, I don't know why. Why is that a thing?
Dude,
like
every girl loves fucking Taco Bell.
I
don't even think it's that good.
No, I don't like Taco Bell.
If you were to choose a fast food, what would be your favorite fast food?
My favorite fast food place. I don't really eat at fast food. My favorite fast food place, and I guess does the restaurant count? Because that's not really fast.
No, it can't be a restaurant. Fast food.
I was gonna say like Jack's, but that's not a fast. Okay, no. The best. Fuck, that's tough. Panagos. I was Panago pizza.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would say that would be my favorite. I love some Panagos, bro.
I like Five Guys.
Ooh, Five Guys is good.
Because it's like a burger.
It's a good Five Guys is good. Yes.
Five Guys is good. You know what? Wingstop coming to Canada.
What?
Wingstop and what was the other one?
What's his name?
Rick Ross.
Rick Ross is
but there's
not Atlantis. Well, in Atlantis, the hotel, but in Bahamas, and it's phenomenal, bro. Like it's the best.
Really?
The Wagyu is off and they have like sushi like powders.
Yeah.
Yo, Nobu is crazy, bro. And I was like, yo, this food is really good. But again, you're paying for quality, right?
Yeah.
You're paying for quality meat. You're not getting that shit from Costco. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just.
Costco is saving inflation though, with their hot dogs, $1.50, soda, 59 cents, fries. Costco doesn't increase their prices ever for the last 30 years.
Really?
Nope.
See, I don't know. I stopped shopping there for such a long time ago.
The Costco's sick, man.
So wait. So you can buy there's actual restaurants in there, like fries, because you can't buy fries for $1.50.
No, so like every Costco has like their own like individual food that they sell inside, right?
Yeah.
So they have these hot dogs. And they're $1.50, and they remain $1.50 for the last 30 years. They will never increase the prices ever. They've said it. Ice cream. The pizza always stays the same price forever. And so that's why people were like, they like going to Costco because it's
for certain items, I guess it makes, for certain items
makes sense. But if you ever been to
but who the fuck wants to eat hot dogs and ice cream?
Yeah, I know.
Like you see the foods that they're peddling.
I know.
Why would they? Of course, their market on that is nothing. Like that food is free.
Hot dog's horrible.
A hot dog is one of the worst things. Is you're eating scraps, bro.
Yeah.
You're eating scraps pasted together. Like
literally.
Yeah, just certain foods. What would you say your worst food is? Like there's foods that I just will never eat, bro. Like I would rather die than eat those foods.
What would be the worst?
Like hot dogs, I can never do it. I can never put that in. What would be your thing? Your pet peeve?
I honestly, truthfully, you're right. Hot dogs.
Yeah.
When I started watching, how it's made and how like that show how it's made, and I watched it. I was like, dude, this
That's
is
destroying
really
me. I used to eat hot dogs a lot back in the day. Like when I was younger, I used to kill hot dogs all weekend when I went downtown and stuff. Right?
It just the way it's made is now so dirty,
so
and
nasty.
And when you learn more about what a hot dog is made out of and everything, it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
But you know what though, a lot of Indian people have some severe fucking diabetes, and like Indian food has probably the worst out of all cuisines. Dude, like oil and like butter and like all that shit is so bad for you. Have you ever eaten Indian food before? Like butter chicken?
Yeah.
That's just
I've been with an Indian girl before, a Sikh girl. She was.
Oh no way!
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's the Indian food. I like Indian food. But it's kind of like my food back home.
It's hard to find good jerk chicken. Like I've been to Sunrise.
Yo, bro,
and Sunrise is trash. Jerk box.
I know a really good place for you to get jerk chicken.
It's in Saga.
I agree. Superlicious, bro. Yo, you guys are about to make a lot of money out there. Superlicious is off of Ontario, bro.
Superlicious off here, Ontario. What?
It's so fuck. I don't know. It's a little street, but it's so it's 5 and 10.
Okay,
so it's literally off the right. That's the closest intersection to it, and you just go a little bit south. It's called. You can just Google it. It's called Superlicious, and these guys serve gourmet patties. Like you could buy a shrimp patty. You know beef patties. Usually Sunrise, you buy your beef patty. Whatever. It's trash. But like they kept it so traditional. You could buy like a beef patty. You could buy an ackee and saltfish patty. You could buy a shrimp patty. You could get the gourmet soup, the oxtail soup, the red peas, the what, bro. The jerk, bro. You'll never complain, bro.
I feel like jerk chicken is so fucking hard to get.
But no, the jerk chicken's good. That's what I'm saying.
No, I get it.
Yeah, but I agree with you.
But I don't understand why. Like, why is that like that common food? That one that I always want. I had to go to Sunrise because I had to settle for that shit, right?
Yeah.
But like good jerk chicken's like spicy and it's like fucking it's tender. It's tender.
Nice. It's not hard, dry.
I don't know how Sunrise became so popular, but like it's just so hard to fucking get a hold of good.
I think they got popular because of their oxtail. Because
oxtail's good.
Their oxtail is really good. I think they got popular because of their oxtail was like. At one point I just only got, if I was gonna go to Sunrise, I would only get oxtail.
Oxtail's so good.
Yeah, but that's a good point.
But yeah, anyways, guys, make sure you guys we're gonna end the segment. Now we're on live on Instagram, Rumble, Kick, Twitch. What else? YouTube at Sims Reality. You guys can follow us on Sims Reality. Ace, what was your handle again?
Yeah, my handle. Yo, go check me out, Kings Lifestyle. That's Kings_lifestyle. And get your crypto right. Go to CryptoKings.ca. Crypto with a K. CryptoKings.ca. Get educated.
I'm actually getting educated now. more and more. Seriously, gotta follow the guy, man. Anyways, guys, we'll see you later. Take care.